KOMO 4 News, the area's largest news organization, including the resources of the Seattle PI. KOMO 4 News continues.
You know what you want to say, but when you open your mouth, it just doesn't come out. That's what it's like for millions of people who stutter.
Now, a new device is helping stutterers like Dan Clark from Yakima, who's dealt with the problem for most of his life. It's not a cure, but the device has the power to change Dan's life and many others.
Duckies. Here they come. Watch out, Danny. Here they come.
Dan Clark and his fiancée Shauna Butler have dreams of a happy future together. A few months ago, Dan graduated from law school, top of his class. So why is Dan working here, stacking boxes overnight, a minimum wage job it took him 3 months to get? Dan wants to tell you.
Well, I stock,
If only he could find the words.
Okay, there's a lot of speech.
Friends will tell you Dan has a quick wit.
Well, there's sometimes when I role play, I don't stutter at all.
People who don't know him wonder why it takes
Okay, my name is
so long
my name is
just to say his name.
my name is Daniel Clark, D-A-N.
Like most of the 3 million Americans at war with their own words, Dan began to stutter as a child. He was 4. His parents split up. In middle school, the stutter got worse. So did the taunts that shamed Dan into silence. He dropped out of school and spent 3 years on the sofa watching Nickelodeon until he decided something had to change.
I went back to school, and I graduated I graduated in the top.
Dan not only finished high school,
top 7% of my class in high school.
He excelled in college and law school, only to find there's no place in the professional world for him.
I mean, it's like you can see their faces like, what's this guy's, is he on drugs?
I need 2 cups of water.
Dan and Shauna can't afford to get married until Dan gets a good job. But he can't get that job unless he gets the chance to express himself. And on this day, Dan Clark is about to get that chance. He's come here to Portland to be fitted for a brand new device through a speech pathologist who knows firsthand what it's like to live in Dan's world.
I put this thing on and, oh, so this is what it's like.
Cliff Goldman is talking about a tiny device that's making a big difference in the lives of people who stutter. Goldman, a speech therapist who stutters himself, was one of the first people to get it. So just between my voice going in this little mic, think of the SpeechEasy device as a tiny PA system. It delays it for just a millisecond.
That's set at 75 milliseconds.
It plays the stutterer's own voice back in their ear with a slight delay and change in pitch. Are you excited? Why would that work?
Yeah.
Even the experts aren't sure. But speaking along with someone else stops some people from stuttering. Will Dan Clark be one of them?
Now, I'm going to put this in your ear. This is not
the big moment.
Excellent fib. It's the universal
Cliff
demo.
slips the hearing aid-shaped device into Dan's ear.
Now would you go, 1.
1.
2.
2.
Let's see how the reading goes with that in your ears. Yeah.
Reading passes 1. When you look at mountains, these seem permanent and unchanging, yet for millions of years, Earth's surface has gradually changed or evolved and continues to change.
It does work, and the words flow.
I want him to say my name.
Hi, I'm Dan. This is Shauna.
I'm shocked, amazed. I'm going to have a lot to get used to because I'm so used to jumping in when he can't say the word.
As the session progresses, some of the skepticism fades. Dan relaxes and smiles and talks a lot.
I mean, it's been weird, but I found that there's so many folks they'll talk to me and they'll either raise the voice when they know that I stutter, or they'll try to talk slowly so I can understand. It's like, I'm not deaf.
In one afternoon, a little piece of plastic takes Dan from this to this.
Well, I really liked criminal law a lot, but then again, I kind of shied away from even thinking about that because of my speech.
After 23 years of stuttering, Dan Clark won't be silent anymore.
Every minute, thousands of organisms come into existence.
Pretty amazing. We'd like to congratulate him, by the way. He just got a job with Yakima County, and he still wants to be a practicing attorney. Speech pathologists caution that SpeechEasy, this little device, doesn't work for everyone who stutters, and it's really so new that no one knows if the effects of it will last. It's not cheap. It costs $4,000, and it is usually not covered by insurance. And SpeechEasy is not available in our area yet, in our state, actually. Cliff Goldman is the closest therapist we could find who fits people for the device, and he's in Portland. Here's his number. It's 503-282-1150. For more information on stuttering and how to get this device, we put all the information on our website at komotv.com. And then tonight at 11 o'clock, we have the story of an 8-year-old boy who gets the device, and it's making quite a difference in his life.
Who will be getting a childhood that Dan Clark never had.
You know, had Dan been able to get that when he was 8, his life would maybe be so different, but that's tonight at 11.
And Dan can now introduce his fiancée.
Well, that's what she said. I want to hear you say my name, because when they get in social situations, you know, he'd never be able to spit her name out, and she'd always have to say Shauna. So it was very touching when he...
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.